Relationships are a struggle, especially if you never got taught to have them. I got quite lucky. I don't really know why, but I don't have many relationships. But the ones I do have are really good. As far as I can communicate to other people about how their relationships are, right? It's only within what I think is good, right? But I think overall I have really good relationships with people. I think one of those reasons is because I hold people very highly. If I have respect and I have love for you and I appreciate you, I put you on a pedestal. Now, some would say that's probably not a good thing, and I've tried to not do that so much later on in life. But it is what I do, and I really try to help and push forward people and try to give them as much help as I can. Sometimes in the past that would even be sacrificing my own time and energy into things that maybe I should have spent on myself. Anyway, kids, the point of this video is to sort of give you a couple tips on a good relationship, whether that be with a partner, with a friend, with a family. Number one, make your boundaries, right? Don't be afraid to say no on certain things. Understand that they need to respect your time, they need to respect your energy, they need to respect your, you. And so you putting boundaries down at certain points in time is really good. It might seem a bit, if you're anything like me, you might feel like, oh, I'm a bit of a dickhead for that, but it is a really good thing, and hopefully I've taught you that, or I got to teach you that when I was alive, or whatnot. So hopefully you don't have to struggle with that boundary part. But again, if I haven't, I wasn't able to, then yeah, sorry, you have to learn now. Put boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. Two, communication is above all else, right? No one can read your mind. Maybe maybe after a very long time of being with someone, you can start to pick up on a few things, but realistically, no one can read your mind. So you need to communicate what you want, what you need, and how you feel, to someone, to whoever you have a relationship with. Again, partner, friend, family, who cares? It needs communication, and you also need to not only communicate what you want and what you need and how you feel, but also the other way around. You also need to get out of that person what they want, what they feel. It goes both ways. Number three. Now this one might be a bit more controversial, but you'll know the limit. Love is a choice, right? It is a choice. You might not make sense now. I don't know when you're watching this, but I think later on, you may agree with me a bit more. But when you wake up in the morning, you have to choose to love. You have to choose to put time into relationships. Relationships don't just happen, they create in over time, and you need to take care of them if you want them to stick, right? And there are going to be certain things that you're good at and whoever you're in a relationship with is bad at, and you kind of need to balance the two, right? And again, there'll be some things that they're good at and that they're not so great at, and you can let them take the lead on that. And I don't know really where am I going with this. What I'm trying to say is that when you wake up and you choose to do whatever it is, let's say you've got a friend, you live with them, they're really bad at, I don't know, picking their socks up, right? But you're really good at it. But you really hate washing up and they love it. You need to choose every day to wake up and pick their socks up, right? Only if, and obviously this is where the limit comes, only if they go and do the dishes, right? It's about working together as a team to keep building that relationship. You always need to actively keep working on it, actively trying to communicate to then get in a better standpoint with whoever you're in a relationship with. And sometimes that means that you need to do things that they're rubbish at, and sometimes you need to let them take the lead on things that you're rubbish at, and they can do that thing, you know. But yeah, choice. I think you got you choose to love someone. You can leave and not talk to anyone at any given time. You can choose to do that, and so that's what I'm talking about. It is a choice, and every day you choose to love someone, to cherish them, to respect them. I think is a really good day, because over years and years and years you'll have someone by you that really is there for you no matter what. Another thing is patience. Patience is really big. Compromise is really big, but I say patience first, because sometimes a compromise, and I think that's kind of what I was talking about with picking up socks and the washing up, you need to have patience to then communicate, to understand what the compromise is, right? And I think patience is above all else, but I don't think that patience won't just help you out with relationships, it'll help you out with a lot of things. And so mastering it as soon as possible, or getting better at it every day will help you out a hell of a lot. Relationships are emotional. I mean, we are, like, humans are emotional, but when you're in a relationship, whatever type it is, it's always going to be emotional at one point in time, and that is where the relationship's most tested. Right? When something happens, that's when the relationship really is tested, and whether you stick or you don't, right? And I think patience to understand someone else's emotions and let them go through it, stick back, let them do their thing, and then you do your thing, you go through your emotions and whatnot. They're being patient as well. Remember, it's two ways, it's not a one-way thing. You can then come to the point where you can then start communicating, and then the compromise happens. I think, anyway. Relationships are never easy. Not just like I say to you before. Nothing that's easy is good. Everything that's hard is most likely good for you in the long run. And relationships are definitely one of those things, and they should be treasured a hell of a lot. I've spoken about this before, but I've spoken this probably about 3, 4, 5 times. But a bunch of nurses went around on people's deathbeds and asked them what their biggest regrets. They gave 5, but one of them was losing golden relationships, and that is the people that you most cherish at one point, and they just sort of fade into the distance. Don't have that regret on your deathbed. I sure won't.